evening and welcome to a special edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner. How you doing, Kenny?
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's kind of a bittersweet day. It's a great day to have these guys on, but it's also a little sad after the two passings of some really great wrestlers. Terry Funk passed away yesterday after a long battle with a lot of injuries. He wrestled into his mid 70s and just passed away yesterday. So rest in peace. And the shocker that just came down here about maybe less than an hour ago was Bray Wyatt. Everyone knows him as like the Fiend, and it was just a shock that he passed away at age 38, I believe.
Yeah, you told me about it before we got on. I knew about Funk, but I had no idea about Bray Wyatt. But unfortunately, it's another situation where, in this sport, you've got a lot of the wrestlers don't live long. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's usually because of drugs or just being on the road so much, get depressed, suicide. But unfortunately, another one in Bray Wyatt. And we got, before we start, sorry about that, we have Andrew Lovelace on, R.D. Mosh, Matt TRK Silks, who's been on many times before. They're going to be wrestling on, which we're going to talk about, Summerfest coming up Sunday. And we have Sam Bumgardner, who is their photographer for the Honorary Wrestling Federation. And guys, whoever wants to start, any thoughts about Funk and Bray Wyatt?
If it's cool, I'll start.
Go.
I just did a video here a minute ago, and I had said about it. These guys, these older wrestlers passed away. It's not like they're expecting it, and it's not like it's any easier, but it is kind of like you're expecting it. But when something like Bray Wyatt happens, when you see him doing good in the prime of his life, career, he's hitting home runs out. He just had an amazing turn a couple months ago. And these are things that guys like me and the rest of these wrestlers, we live for those moments. To know that he was in the front of that, lost his life, it sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. And for those who don't know him, Bray Wyatt actually comes from a wrestling family. His dad was Mike Rotunda, and his grandpa was a mean son of a bitch, Blackjack Mulligan. And, Any thoughts, Andrew, on the two deaths? I mean, we talked before we got on, we knew Funk, he's had health issues and, he was getting up there in age, beat his body up pretty bad. But Bray Wyatt's a shocker.
Yeah, it definitely is. The Terry Funk one, I'm still a little heartbroken over. The Bray Wyatt one, I feel like somebody's playing a rib on me. Because they just signed him to a big contract, and he was killing it. And then he just kind of struggled with mental health for a little bit and had to take a break. And now this news dropped.
RD?
Ryan, you're an echo really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, somebody has you playing in the
It's
background.
Brian. I can see it on my computer.
RD? Your comments?
I know Terry Funk, dealing with all the health problems that he had. Lately he's been in a wheelchair, and just celebrated a birthday actually not too long ago. It's sad to see legends go, but then the surprise of Bray Wyatt. I know that there is an illness that they didn't disclose. My biggest concern is hopefully the kids and his wife are okay and the rest of his family are okay and they don't have whatever he had, and let alone are able to, come back from this. And it's a terrible loss.
Sam, what are your thoughts?
I mean, you see all the older wrestlers going, and, it's not like a big surprise, but the Bray Wyatt thing really hits home because, for me at least, he's younger than I am, so.
All right, let's get into more happier stuff. We do, great guys, great wrestlers. Terry Funk, I was telling you guys, I'm old enough to where I watched him in his prime, and you would be hard pressed to find anybody better in the ring than Terry Funk. And I mean, I would put him up against Ric Flair and all those guys. Jerry Lawler, I don't know if you saw that. Lawler called him the best wrestler he ever went against.
Best superstar.
And Lawler's he was pretty good in the ring, Jerry. But let's talk about your thing here. Let's put this up here. We have Sunday, Summerfest, the Honorary Wrestling Federation. I guess it's your SummerSlam, right, Matt?
Yeah, I guess if you put into that, everybody they either get it mixed up and say SummerSlam, but I guess it would be our WrestleMania. It's our biggest show of the year, and not only that, it's the longest running show that's in the history of pro wrestling here in Lewistown. Started in the backyard, made it the whole way up. To CPW, and now being under the umbrella of HWF, I think we're doing better now than we ever. That echo is great.
Yeah, you're breaking up, buddy. You're breaking up.
Ryan,
I hear RD and Sam really good, but you and Andrew.
Yeah, every time they talk, Brian, it's your mic. It's echoing really bad.
I don't know if you can hear me better now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
All right, cool.
All right, let's get this started. I'm going to put this up too. Go by the matches. We have RK Sawyer against Andrew Lovelace, so we're going to start with that. Andrew, tell me your thoughts leading up to this match with RK Sawyer.
It's not like it's the first time that me and him have tied up, because January this year was the very first time. I know what he's capable of. He's a very dangerous man, very strong, and I got my work cut out for me on Sunday.
You can trash him if you want. What do you think about him personally, man?
I think I'm better looking than him. Just saying.
I think my toes are better looking than RK Sawyer.
That's not a far throw there.
I mean, he's wearing somebody else's face. What do you expect?
Really?
Yeah,
is he uglier than Ford?
That's a
no
tie.
comment there. I'm not getting on that.
The guy whose face he's wearing is uglier.
Guys, he chose to wear somebody else's face. You think he would choose somebody better looking than the face that he chose?
Valid point.
You're right.
See, I only say that because Ford isn't here. Otherwise, I'd shut up.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
gonna lie, I'm
impressive.
kind of excited for my match.
What's that, Andrew?
I'm very excited for my match. As twisted as that sounds, I've been studying a lot of Harley Race and a lot of Ric Flair, so I think I know what I'm going to have to do to dissect that guy.
Harley's a good one to model, man.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I took a seminar from him a while back. I love Harley Race.
Oh, did you? Well, what was that like?
Oh, it was great. Like, I was out in Toledo, and all you smell is cigar in the air. And if you weren't doing bump wheels and stuff like that correctly, off in the distance, all you would hear is you'd be like, "Kid, you better do that right. Don't make me get in that ring." It would strike the fear of God in you.
I'm bad. God. So, not to give anything away, but what do you think you have to do to beat him, Sawyer?
Oh, easy. Dissect his legs. Be methodical. Chop him down to my level, and then take him down.
Matt, what do you think about that match?
He's a big guy. He's a big guy. RK Sawyer's a big guy. Thing that has me most impressed about him is, the size and stature and everything. But I know the guy in front of the camera, these people. I don't want to give away anything, but the one thing I'll say about younger guys that are training and wrestling in the business today it's different than what it was whenever I came in. I think that a guy like RK Sawyer, I think he's been under an umbrella. I think that he hasn't really been out in harsh conditions yet. And I think after some words and some disrespectful actions that I've heard, I think this weekend he's going to be thrown to the wolves differently than he was anticipating. But RK Sawyer and Andrew Lovelace, I think it's going to be a decent match. But if I was Andrew Lovelace, I wouldn't be giving away anything that was going to give away what he's going to try to do to Sawyer. But Sawyer wears other people's faces, so he's probably not watching the podcast. We're good.
What do you mean though? He wears other people's faces. See like frickin' Silence of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill. Holy shit! I'm gonna wear your face.
Yeah.
Sam, what do you think of the match? Loveless and him.
Well, I mean, I think that Sawyer's character versus the character that Andrew's playing, I think that it's going to be a David and Goliath match to the crowd. For real.
Okay. Is Sawyer a big guy? See, I can't,
bigger than Ludden Lovelace.
Oh, yeah.
But he
pretty big, huh?
He's a lot bigger person than he is.
Well, you're right then, Andrew. You got to chop him down like a tree, man.
Yep.
Just like a tree. Matt, I'd love to get there, but my situation, so.
I got you, Brian. You're always welcome there, brother.
I don't see the guys because I don't get out much, but so we know it's David and Goliath. That's a good billing, You could pump that up a bit. Now we'll get to some other matches on the card. I want to get we'll go to R&D here. So you said you're in a tag team. You're going against Big Money Inc. And the Sons of Mifflin County. You and TRK there. What are your thoughts on Big Money Inc.?
Well, see, we actually ran into them down in West Virginia about 2 weekends ago, and just like Loveless there, they also have a very tall man in their corner. I'm 6 foot, and I'm looking up to this gentleman like straight out. I have to arc my neck back. He's about 6'7" area. And then they got a gentleman a little shorter than me also, and they're not a team to be slouching on.
That's some size. What do you think, Matt?
I think a name like Ali packs a punch alone. The guy that he's referring to that is 6'6", maybe 6'7", that's his name, Ali, the big guy. Footwork is everything in the wrestling business. And I watched that tag team before we got in the ring with them, and I could tell right away that they are experienced. A well-oiled machine, if you will. I think these guys, they have about roughly 7 to 8 years of experience wrestling as a tag team. Mosh and myself only having a year. But the way that I look at it is the energy in the HWF Coliseum is not like it is in West Virginia. How about it, Mosh?
No, it's a complete different scenario. I will fully agree with you on that one. Down in West Virginia, man, they were booing us. They were quiet when we entered. They didn't know who we were. But here in Lewistown in Mifflin County, man, we walk out that curtain no matter where we are. It's either here or Seven Mountains. They're loud.
But up until a couple months ago, Mosh, you were used to the boos.
Exactly, and I'm not afraid of them. You can boo me all you want. You can cheer me all you want. It don't matter.
Honestly, I think it would be so cool to be booed.
It is.
See, go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead.
See, you would say that. You would say how cool it is to get booed, but it does mess with your head. you know, it mentally will mess with you because you want to know if you're doing well, but you got to physically force yourself to, like, if I got you to hate me, good on me. And that's one thing I actually, at first I didn't understand, but then eventually after a few matches under me, I was like, all right, I'm going to get each and every one of these people here to hate me. And it worked.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I've watched a bunch of guys like Flair that he was faced for a time, and Randy Orton, and they've all said, you know, they like being the bad guy. They like being the heel. That it's more fun to get booed. I just think it's like, I remember like when I was watching it a long time ago, the Iron Sheik would come out and spit in the American flag, and everybody just wanted to kill the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And that would have been so cool, and I bet you enjoyed it. I bet you did.
Oh
So-
yeah, oh, yeah.
So RD, did you turn? Were you a heel?
Yeah, so I came in actually. I sued my tag partner over there because he decided to punch me in the face, and you know, when I was not under contract. But then we squared off together. I told his wife to get back to the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
Oh
It was dinner out of a box. You know, I pulled all the cheat cards that I could, and then, you know, I saw that he needed some help. I was also needing some help, and we looked at each other and said, you know what, it's time to bring it here and show these fans here what we do on the road. And it was the perfect timing.
Oh my God, I got tears in my eyes. Go make me a sandwich.
And so, Brian, to give you a little feedback on that one, my mother was actually in the crowd during that promo.
Oh God.
I told her that. And when she saw me right after that, she looked at me and she gave me the mom glare and point. She said, if you ever tell a female to get back to the kitchen again
Yes.
and make you dinner, I'm kicking your ass.
Oh, I wish I'd have saw that one, Matt.
I'll tag you. I'll send it to you. I have a promo up. It hits
Oh,
hard.
you got it. You got the promo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Send
I
it
got a promo on YouTube. Yeah.
Send it to me, please. I want to
definitely
see
I
will.
it.
get knocked out at the end of the match. It's okay.
Still saying that. I wonder how many females in the audience wanted to kill you.
Oh, the girl
Most
that
of them, I
my
think.
girl that I'm with was also in the crowd, and she wanted to kill me. So
This is the bigger thing, Brian. As right after Mosh says this in the promo, you can't hear it in the edition that I made and edited for YouTube, but the second that he said about the kitchen line, you couldn't hear Mosh talking. You could hear about 250, 260 people chanting TRK. They wanted his
Yeah.
ass on a frying pan, and they wanted me to be the guy making them.
Wow, and now you're partners. There you go.
What a story!
Oh, that's awesome. Kenny, I'm sorry. I'm hogging everything.
No, you're on a roll. Go.
Make me. I'm going to tell that to my wife tonight.
Oh.
Just go make me a damn sandwich.
just prepare to run.
Somebody can be taken on the couch tonight.
I can't, dude. I'm in a wheelchair.
roll away.
She'll freaking catch me. So, we got some comments. Hold on. I have to check them first in case there's anything that's really nasty against one of you guys or something.
Yeah.
We got, it's Shane. I can't speak. Shane Sanchez wanted to know what's up, Matt.
Hey, what's going on, Shane? A whole lot. The Rassles, man. We're hitting the road, telling people all about this great wrestling business. Yo to you back, bro. Thank you for supporting us, hearing us out. Come on down to Lewistown Community Center this Sunday, 6 o'clock, and watch the Suns kick ass at Summerfest.
So how is I keep hitting the button. I'll get it. Okay, it's finally off. How is the ticket sales going right now for you?
It actually is staggering a little bit more than what I wanted it to be. Normally, at this point, we are completely out of front rows, which we're just about. We only have 2 left there, but I think what happened was the Sunday right before school starting, and there's a whole other things going on. You know, people want to enjoy the rest of summer, and I get that. We actually had to set this date off of another company's date that kind of fell through. We were trying to do business with. So we kept the date. The building was able to go, so we just kept going with it. I think the card's the best that we've had, and there's been a lot more intriguing stories on this Summerfest than any other Summerfest that we've done before.
Okay, let's go through this. Look at the rest of this card, and I'll get everybody's opinion. John Washington against Isaiah Frazier. Whoever wants to chime in, go ahead.
Loveless.
Oh, I'm excited for this match. I honestly think that it has potential to steal the show. Both these guys are so talented. And my partner, he stepped in the ring with Isaiah Frazier a couple months back, and oh my god, like I could see them two just killing it for Summerfest.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, you're shaking your head. You agree?
Oh, I agree completely. Washington is a big heel. He's probably in the top 3 heels in the company right now, honestly. And Frazier, I think, was a heel when he came in.
Yeah.
But I think the fact he's going against Washington and the people that hate him in our crowd, I think he will come out babyface in that match. And I think, knowing both of them on the level we do, I think they're going to put together one heck of a match.
You know, I was thinking about this, Sam. Andino.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been a great third man in this.
He would have been.
Frazier, Washington, and
Yeah.
that would have been good.
Yeah.
I mean, originally we had Sledge in there. But Sam, why don't you tell these guys the exciting news about what you got to do for this year's Summerfest?
I'm actually the producer for the show this year.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
So
What's that entail, Sam?
That's what I was getting ready. Are you going to do my job, Matt?
Hell yeah.
So I helped put together the card. I helped place where the matches are going to be on the card, and in charge of the production already. So, you know, we just kind of roll with the punches. We're going to have our team meeting before the show, and, you know, I actually get to be a bigger part of that this time. So it's kind of exciting.
Yeah, Sam's one of the guys that pitches a lot of ideas. And 80% of them I can't do. But he still keeps bringing them back to me.
Well, that's good,
And,
you know.
That's good, yeah.
Look at the promo we cut last night.
It was great.
Oh, my God, it was excellent.
What was it? Who was on? Who was it on?
So there's this guy, Travis Norbert, who portrays himself as a member of the State Athletic Commission. He doesn't say what state he's a part of, right? But he has contacted us and said he's coming to the show. And we've been working on trying to figure out a way to kind of push that out. And he's been kind of hesitant because he doesn't know, you know, what he wants to do yet. So he put on Facebook yesterday or the day before that he was coming to the show. So we put a big promo together. It was me, Silk, Smosh, Loveless, Ashlyn Shaw, Pit Chick. I forget who all was there. I think that's it. But we were all there together after practice last night, and we just cut this big promo on him, just making fun of who is he and what'd you guys do to bring him here.
And we didn't write nothing.
No, we didn't. And we did it in 2 takes.
Good.
He broke it.
He did. He kept saying elbow no English. Between him and Matt Snell's boots, I don't know which was worse.
I can't believe you sniffed your boots after training, man.
Wow, Matt.
That's some guts.
Liking the smell
Here,
of your
boy.
own. Liking the smell of your own sweaty feet, huh?
Internet stop.
I love that we didn't have to write nothing, and we just,
No.
we had fun with it, and that's like our road stories. We have an episodic show on YouTube, and we don't write nothing for it. We just videotape what we do on the road, going to shows, and maybe some parts of matches. But it was never like a plan to make it be like a big thing every week. But we do it now because that's what we've been doing for the last year. And I think it's getting us steam. It's getting guys like Andrew Lovelace over, Artie Mosh, and Pit Chick, Ashlyn Shaw. I think it's helped other guys come out of their comfort zone. And most of the time when these guys are doing this, the character they're doing outside of the show is better than what they're doing on the show. That's a problem.
Yeah.
But we're getting there.
So before we get to the rest of the card, Andrew, I'm just curious, what got you into wrestling? Who was the wrestler that you that was your guy?
Oh man, when I first started, my little brother exposed me to it. This was like '92. He came home from a sleepover and he told me about Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect, and that just opened the floodgate.
Well, they were two good ones, man.
Yeah,
really good.
And then as soon as I got exposed to it, I started researching from 1902 all the way up to current.
Cool. And RD, what about you?
So I actually got in because of Matt and my cousin Andrew. They were both friends, and they ended up doing a lot of watching it all together and stuff. And then so I ended up started watching it in the Attitude Era, and it was the tag teams of the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and that's how I got into it.
Cool. What about you, Sam?
I remember it from when I was a kid. Obviously, I'm older than these guys, but we started watching in the '80s. They would have the pay-per-views. Of course, back then you actually paid for pay-per-view. Yeah. Well, there's more than that we watched, and my grandparents always bought the pay-per-view. So our house was full. We would take our beds from my room. My cousin lived across the street, so him and his sister would bring their bed mattresses over, and somebody else's bed mattress we had in there. And we filled their living room with bed mattresses, and the kids all laid on the floor. The grown-ups sat in the chairs, and it was a big deal in our family to be there for the pay-per-view for wrestling because my pap was a huge fan, so it was a big thing to him to have everybody there together. Unfortunately, I fizzled out somewhere in the Attitude Era. Personally, I didn't care to watch some of the stuff WWE was doing. I felt more that if women wanted to wrestle, let them wrestle. I don't want to watch a slap fest. And that kind of just turned me away from everything. And my personal goals in that time just kind of walked me away from it. And then a mutual friend between me and Matt, Tim Miller, actually called me 2 years ago and said, "Hey, I need a favor." He said, "How dusty is your camera?" I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. Why?" He's like, "Well, my buddy needs a photographer for this show." And the next thing you know, here we are, 2.5 years later, and it's just been nuts.
Cool. I'll make you feel a little better, Sam, though. You were talking about the 80s and that. I grew up watching Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah. When I started watching, those guys were going out.
My mom loved Bruno Sammartino, and I was always for the heels. My guy in the 70s was superstar Billy Graham, who, I'll say it again, Hulk Hogan ripped off.
You're right.
Everything. The way he moved, the way he talked. Rick Rude was good too, man.
Yeah, that's my man.
Ravishing Rick Rude. But Kenny, I never asked you who got you into wrestling, and who did you like?
I happen to have TV on at 11 o'clock every Saturday. TV station out of New York. They would have wrestling on, and
WWOR, wasn't it?
I think at PIX, maybe.
Oh, PIX 11, and it was
Yeah.
WWOR Channel 9 had the IWA, and that's when I first saw Mil Mascaras.
Yeah.
And I loved the guy, and then as I got older and read about him, he was an asshole and wouldn't like take bumps or anything for anybody.
No selling bitch.
No, don't you dare slam me. I'm Mil Mascaras. It's probably
Great
why
character. Great mask, though.
Yeah, it's probably why, though, they never gave him a damn title.
No.
If he would refuse to lose.
Yeah, that's probably why.
So, Kenny, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I just happened to watch a Piper's Pit, and I loved Rowdy Piper, man. He was awesome. And I liked him more than Hogan in the era with WrestleMania.
Hogan.
And I loved him because he backed up everything that he said. You know, he didn't care if you were Andre the Giant or, you know, Hulk Hogan. He always found a way to get the little needle in and look, in my opinion, look better than the baby face.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. Piper's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Give me your Mount Rushmore, Sam. I'm putting you on the spot since you brought it up.
Of course you would. So I'm gonna excuse this, but Taker, Piper.
Okay.
Need two more. Give me a second. Taker, Piper, Stone
Take
Cold.
your time. Okay.
And I'm gonna say Shawn Michaels.
He was good. I think I agree with you that the Undertaker had the best gimmick ever.
Yes.
Nobody's ever going to have that again. No way.
And he
No
was
way.
You can get to. Close you can get to is Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Matt, you got a Mount Rushmore?
I do.
Go.
Stone Cold, The Rock, Triple H, and I'll say The Undertaker.
Geez, I wonder what era you grew up in.
I don't know, but I have an attitude. My parents tell me all the time. So.
Andrew, do you got any or not? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
I'm going to show my age. Mine's
Go.
Harley Race,
yes,
Rick Rude, Ric Flair, and Roddy Piper.
Mr. Mosh, how about you?
See, I have trouble answering this one, Brian, because
Just tell him, go make me a damn sandwich then.
so my issue is because there are so many greats in so many eras, and then you start to intermix them. Would they have thrived in that time period?
Yeah, true.
So to me, I can't pick an all-time top four. Like, you have to give me a category to be able to narrow them down into. If you're talking ticket sellers, you got
Ruthless
Hogan,
Aggression.
Ruthless Aggression era. So, all right. So you got, I will go with Eddie Guerrero. You also got, John Cena, because he's where he started off in that era. The two other ones that thrived really well in there was Brock Lesnar.
Yep.
Was where he started and thrived, and then Kurt Angle coming in from the Attitude Era and carrying the rest of that team all the way through.
Yes. Great Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I say, if you're going, top ticket sellers, were the heads of the companies then.
Oh, it's got to be Hogan.
You got
Stone
Flair, Hogan, Cena, Rock, and Austin that were mixed into that era there. So it's very hard for me to choose one official Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
I'll show my age. I'll give you mine. Ric Flair, Terry Funk, Stone Cold is actually on it, and Harley Race.
Good choice.
That's my Mount Rushmore.
Great.
I'm old though, but I really did like Steve Austin. Besides the gimmick,
you're experienced.
yeah. Besides the gimmick, the guy could wrestle in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. Somewhere you got to put Bret Hart, I guess, even though the way he is now with his whiny, arrogant shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You'd be whiny too if you got kicked in the head as hard as him.
Yeah, well, yeah, don't wrestle Bill Goldberg.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
And I was
Exactly.
actually just gonna say that if we've
Bill
noticed,
Goldberg is shit.
And don't get screwed in Montreal.
I will say this: if you've noticed, I believe we can all tell that we were WWE guys growing up and watching because not a single one of us said any of the WCW guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Oh,
and
no.
except for Flair.
You mean
but
wish we
Flair
could wrestle?
with kind of a mixture of both.
There's a selection of WCW guys that are decent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say.
Sting definitely has to be thrown into that conversation as well. You know,
Richie Allen said no Hogan. Well, no. Sorry, Richie. I just think, for box office, but no, he's an awful wrestler. That he's got that lame leg drop, and that's like lame leg drop.
Here's my question for you, Brian. So, I don't know if you ever seen Hogan stuff in Japan. Have you?
No.
Okay, so I'll send you a clip of him in Japan. I was just having a talk with some of the guys here the other night about character.
Are you telling me he's
longevity.
good?
Longevity. I'm not saying Hulk Hogan is a good wrestler under the WWE umbrella. I'm saying he's smart.
Okay,
Because
I'll have to see it.
He didn't have to throw a bunch of lariats and a whole bunch of suplexes all the time. He had 5 things. They worked. They sold out. You know what I mean? But his Japan stuff was incredible. He was a great athlete. I'll say that. And he was great for box office. But he held the business back in other regards as well.
Richie said
it was real good.
no Dusty either. Richie Allen said he's good. He's not on my Mount Rushmore.
I could put Dusty up there close. Great character and also great mind for the business. So like he would be on a different Mount Rushmore depending on what category we picked.
I would definitely put him on the Mount Rushmore for being on the mic.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
The guy was amazing on the mic. Yeah.
Now, if I'd have grown up in this era, Dusty'd probably be on there because if you think about it, all the big names right now, pretty much all of them,
they're all his kids.
Dusty.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every single one of those NXT stars.
Maybe it's because I'm old and out of the picture, guys. But is there anybody today that you really think compares to the older guys?
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I do. I think Cody Rhodes is trying really hard to have like the same type of feel as that. I mean, maybe not in WWE right now, but when he was in AEW, he was doing this stuff that guys don't do anymore. He was having his great matches. He was getting gashed, busted open, and then staying that way all night long. Oh, well, you feel good, brother. I got busted open, and I want to walk around and show everybody my cuts and stuff. That's a 70s and 80s thing, man. Tetanus is a real thing, people.
Well, if you guys happen to see the last match against Brock Lesnar, man, he took a beating. And, and a lot of that stuff, man, he got out of there with his life pretty much. Brock had him.
Yeah. And a lot of respect at the end of the match, which I thought was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What a rub.
Yeah, and Brock doesn't do that for people.
Getting a ton of comments.
Hey, Don.
One of the guys that I will put in the conversation for some of the guys that remind me of the years of growing up, definitely LA Knight. He gives off the Rock and Stone Cold vibes. A lot of the Attitude Era, just the way he cuts his promos and carries himself throughout the ring and everything else is very.
I'm going to risk burying myself here right now, but LA Knight right now is my favorite character.
Are we keeping it just WWE related?
What?
Are we keeping it just WWE related?
No, anywhere.
I don't watch AEW. So.
AEW, I got to go with FTR.
Yes.
Great tag team. I love the Young Bucks. I'm a mark, though.
Promise you guys won't be mad at me. I have never seen this LA Knight guy.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start yelling at him.
Yeah.
I have.
YouTube is your friend.
Athletic Commission coming in.
I have never seen LA Knight. I don't. I wouldn't even know him if you put a picture up of him.
Yep. Eli Drake. That's what it used to be known as.
Send Kenny a video of that so he can, and Brian a video of that so they can see him.
Undertaker is the best, said Mitchell Jadon. I hope I'm saying that right.
We're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble. There's no women on our Mount Rushmores, and your wife is mad.
Yeah, I'm going to put this up. She decided to.
Andre, there it is.
Yeah, Andre was huge, but he wasn't really a wrestler. Trista decided to stop making sandwiches and said, "Why no women?"
Brian, you're gonna get me in trouble again.
I'm trying to get you and Matt in trouble.
I'm putting her over.
So, why no women?
Why no women? Listen.
Give me the so. All right, we'll do it. Let's do the Mount Rushmore women then.
Oh my
I was
God!
gonna say, do you want the controversial answer or what?
No. I'm not going there.
RD's going to say none because they don't belong in the kitchen.
No, man, not even like my girl is actually training with us, and she is doing phenomenal.
Mitchell, I kind of agree with that, Mitchell. But was she really? Where is it? As soon as I click right, was she really a woman?
Yeah.
Was she really a woman?
Yes, she was.
In all honesty, I don't know if you've watched any of the stuff from back then, but and one of the things that I've watched on Peacock from WWE, she actually was Triple H's girlfriend when he started.
Yeah. I did know that.
Right?
So, all right.
Could you have lost? Could you have done what Jericho did and lose to her?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
If you wouldn't get out of the business.
I would have refused to have lose to a girl.
Nope.
That's pride talking.
Look at the business. Look at the business that you're talking about. Grown men in their underwear fake punching each other.
He's right.
Matt, you're supposed to be in kayfabe, damn it.
I don't know what that is. See,
holy
Brian, I like nope. A woman can hit me, and I'd lay down and let them.
You really would.
And
if they work and they train, yeah.
If they work hard enough and they make it make it believable in a heartbeat.
1 second. So this past Friday at Mr. Stacks for Seven Mountains, one of my first female students, I might add.
Your wife put up an angry sign on this podcast here.
Yeah, we're gonna give her Mount Rushmore in a minute, but I want to put over Ashlyn Shaw, our first female wrestler that has made her debut from our school. She kicked my ass in the Battle Royal, damn near threw me out of the ring, but Moss and myself got together. We tag teamed her and threw her over the top rope. Maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. But anyway, threw her over the top rope. I did meet the pun. But I'll say this. Ashlyn Shaw in the pit kick, Danny, those guys are kicking ass. And I also want to say that breaking news right here on the press box in Pittsburgh, in Pro Wrestling Express in October, the Pit Chick's making her debut for PWX in her first match. Boom, boom.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she is working hard. Now, before we go any further, we all work for a woman, people.
Yep.
We got to give the Mount Rushmore of women. I'm going to go first. Trish, Lita. I hate to say it, but Becky Lynch. And as controversial as it may be, I'm going to go with Sasha Banks.
Ooh.
And Charlotte. Maybe. You use the F word. Quit yelling, please. Get back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Domestic on 4th Street. Domestic on 4th Street.
Not eating tonight.
We're not over this weekend, March.
They'll be eating humble
Like
pie.
I said, I
later.
guess you're not eating dinner, but I'll have to stop and get breakfast on the way to work for you.
Brian, who's your 4 girls, man?
None.
Oh,
What?
Wow.
None.
Oh,
None.
None.
Absolutely none.
Fire interest.
When women wrestling comes on, I turn the channel.
I
Go
feel
to the
the heat
bathroom.
over here.
No, I see. I'm just screwing around. I'm trying to be like RD inspired me. I want to piss people off.
She's gonna stick a broom handle in the spokes of your wheelchair there, so you can't go anywhere as she tries to beat you.
I got to tell you, one, maybe not wrestling ability, but just for impact, what would be the fabulous Moolah.
Oh yeah.
She was the women's champion for like 30 years.
Yeah,
That was one of my top 4 right there.
Yeah, fabulous Moolah. I would say Trish Stratus. I would put China on it. I really would. I
She's
would,
number 5 on my list.
and then Wendy Richter.
Ooh.
But I'm old time.
I don't remember her.
Well, Matt was just killed by his wife, so he's off.
Yeah.
He's off the air.
He got the old hook.
For anybody listening out there that's pissed, I was joking. Joking.
So, all right, Brian, I'll go with my top 4, my Mount Rushmore female performers. I definitely agree with the Mae Young and Moolah. I kind of put them in the same category because you wouldn't have one without the other.
Right.
Yep.
So they legitimately go in the same slot. You can pull one out, plug the other one in, same category. I will also add in Sunny because she was one of the first females to be able to get in there as well. So I will add in Sunny there for that. And then you definitely got to have Trish and Lita kind of in that same slot as the 3 to be able to interchange with them. And then I'm going to go with Charlotte to being...
Shit, I forgot her.
I'm
she is good.
For the
Greatest
era of
athlete.
today's. What's that, Matt?
The greatest. I think she's the greatest athlete in WWE.
Yes, like I said, that will be her in my top 4.
Sunny does not deserve anything.
I can't win, man. You've already made her upset, Brian.
Well, she's right. She did kill somebody.
Yes. Okay.
That's true.
Regardless of what has happened today and all the stuff that's going on now with her, but she did start the...
Yeah, she would definitely be on the old drinking team. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the stuff that has happened today and the path that she's gone down is like taking all that out of calculations, but the in-ring, in the business stuff that that she's brought forth was actually revolutionary in that time.
Alundra Blaze.
Yes, that's another good one.
Good call.
What about you, Andrew?
Okay, Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, Miss Elizabeth, because without her, like, she wouldn't have helped boost the business.
Yeah.
And then Sensational Sherry, because she was tougher than half the boys.
That's true. That's true. Sunny is trash, Richie Allen. Wow, it's hate Sunny night.
Wow.
I miss her husband, though.
Yeah. Indiana was amazing.
100%.
Do you know the only thing? The one thing that pissed me off about Sunny is when she'd get up and do the Macarena, because I hate that frickin' song. I hated it, and I hate that frickin' dance, and she'd go up and do it. But man, no way. So, we got off track here. Let's talk about this card, man. I'm trying to promote, Summerfest here. And we've been running around. Everybody's commenting.
It's awesome.
There's your best buddy.
Oh, boy.
Ah.
What up, BJ?
Matt, I think he's disrespecting you, man.
He's already done that. That's Van Williams, the guy that decided to roll into a main event title match 6 minutes before the match for a shoot. We're going to get a little interesting here. So Van Williams rolled in 6 minutes before the match, main event. Tells me kayfabe's going out the window, Brian, just letting you know. tells me what we're gonna do. Doubtful. We damn near got into a shoot fight backstage before the show, or before the match. But here's one thing that I will say: without that exchange, we would not have made magic like we did that night. How about Sam? It was
100%.
magic.
Ryan, he's not joking. I mean, I love
It was
DJ.
real heat.
Yeah,
Oh,
it probably,
Nice.
it probably was the number one match ever in the company, honestly.
Everybody in the back, every star, every wrestler. Ask Mosh that it was that bad that we had 2 to 3 producers running around about pulling their hair out saying, Mosh can't get out of the gear because you guys might have to work tonight because we need a main event. We're defending a championship here. We're building a championship in a building company. So,
Well, if I remember right, it wasn't just Mosh as the backup. It was either him or your brother.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I remember
it was.
your son Jaden yelled at me to come over to him when it was time to hit music. He said, "Whose music am I hitting? Whose music am I hitting? Whose music am I hitting?" I'm like, I don't know.
He knew more than I did because I was ringside. That's the stuff that bothers me because you know me with production and you know me with professionalism.
That just what made it even worse is knowing that the whole locker room actually walked out to the crowd and watched just in case something was going to happen.
Yeah, we had them all. We had ourselves. We worked ourselves going into that match, and you know what? Pro wrestling, you got to be able to have some communication. There was none that night. And by watching the match, you would never know that. That's a credit to Van Williams, the competitor and an athlete. I mean, it's just something about me as well. But at the end of the day, guys like Van Williams, before they wrestled me, they were like, nah, he doesn't know how to work, and he never trained, and they heard this, that, and everything else. And after that night, regardless of all the heat that we have, Van Williams and myself actually have a common bit of respect for each other. And I know somewhere down the line here, we're going to see each other again.
So you have not wrestled since that night?
No, actually, it was Summerfest 22 last year when he kicked me after the main event to challenge me for the world title. And then we wrestled. Love you too, brother.
Can we talk about last year's Summerfest, please?
Oh yeah, and Mosh broke his jaw.
Hold up! I asked you not to. We're not no.
That Van Williams, he's telling the truth. The highest rated video on YouTube from HWF is Van Williams and TRK. We were supposed to wrestle again, but my ribs were broke up. But we'll see each other again.
Interesting. You guys ever get in a shoot, Andrew or RD? Somebody you really, it turned into something like, we ain't playing around?
No, nothing yet.
Well, that's good.
All right, I guess the cat's out of the bag. We'll since we brought it up. Yeah, last year at Summerfest, I actually got my jaw broken.
Ouch.
Legit straight inside the match. We were able to finish it the best we could. But then I was like, I was wired shut for 14 to 17 days. Had like the rubber bands and brackets on. Wow. I was down and out for about 40 days total. And then we went to a show at NCW, and we actually had one of you guys' people that you guys know, Steve Steele, actually had his injury and health scare happen. And Matt actually came to me and said, "Hey, bud, I need a favor if you're willing to do it." And he gave me the opportunity to go in and actually attack the guy that broke my jaw. And that actually went so real that Matt actually had, when Matt pulled us apart, he looked at me, he's like, "Please tell me you're okay." Because he saw the pure anger in my eyes.
And not only that, not to throw anything off here, but when you and Red Dog had that exchange and the jaw broke, and then he quit because he didn't want to be seen badly or whatever the hell. it's hard to get when a guy quits and leaves the company. He's not coming back. The fact that we were able to get him to come back and get that match in the ring, which was what I wanted at all costs, we got it happening. Red Dog came back here. He made his grand return. He hasn't been seen since Muck beat him, but I will say this. He's doing amazing things in Massachusetts right now. Everybody in HWF, Mifflin County Wrestling Academy, everybody in Lewistown, we all have nothing but the utmost respect and love for Cliff. And we hope to see him back in HWF real soon.
Broken jaw. That must have been fun.
Yeah.
Brian, you have no idea. Being able to only drink tomato soup out of a cup, 3 square meals a day with maybe some like squeezable yogurt or like the applesauce. That's legitimately what my diet was for that period of time.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was bad. But he was first guy trained.
I guess I need to break my jaw to lose weight.
Oh my!
So we
only lost about 20 pounds.
Then we won't have the fat bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean me and Kenny?
We won't have our next year Summerfest match if that happens.
See, I'll tell you what, Matt. Honestly, though, I could be a good heel manager for you.
I told you.
I know how to say things that just offend everybody.
The spots
everybody.
Here,
everybody.
Hey, listen, Brian. Honestly, being a heel manager in a wheelchair right now, that's not a bad thing because the biggest heel manager at PWX right now is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yes.
No kidding.
Tommy Horror.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
amazing.
We could wrestle. We could
He
wrestle.
runs a faction that's like what 6-7.
How would that work?
We could wrestle.
Broomstick in the wheel.
I get out there. Come on. I get out.
Wheelchair out.
What's his name again?
Tommy Hort.
I go, hey, Tommy, come on, you crip. Let's go.
Wait, so, Brian, just for...
I could say it because I am in a wheelchair. Everybody gets too uptight, Matt.
So,
I defend everybody.
Dawn Kerstetter is sitting in her house right now going, these assholes.
I'm telling you, buddy, I can offend everybody. Everybody.
Brian, see, but the best part was the last show we were at out there in Pittsburgh with them. We had the whole crowd chanting for Lieutenant Dan, looking for him because he wasn't ringside with us. We had the crowd going for a good solid 5 minutes. It was amazing.
Can we not talk about our last trip to PWX, please?
What is the PWX down in Pittsburgh or something?
Yes.
It is. It's a company down in Pittsburgh, and it's actually one of my favorite places to work. Last time we were there, which was about 3 weeks ago, I was kicked directly in the face by a 300-pound man.
Ouch.
Yeah. It was rough.
I'm surprised we didn't actually end up in the hospital with you.
Rough night at the office, and you can ask Mosh, you can ask Loveless and Sam.
We were all
it was quiet in the locker room whenever Matt came upstairs, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
The only time I've ever seen him break kayfabe in the ring for real.
Yeah.
You know, it was a bad night in the office. Like 80% of the people in the match got injured.
Yeah. By the same people.
Because this segues into it. You got a PWX Heritage title match. Derek Wayne against, is it Rennie or Renee? William Renee. Yeah. Anybody want to talk about that?
I'll take this one. Derek Wayne, young guy, definitely paid his dues in the wrestling business. I see a lot going for Derek Wayne. I think that he's an extremely talented cat. I think he's respectful. He understands the wrestling business on another level. And him and William Renee have been having this back and forth rivalry over the Heritage Championship, which happens to be the title that I challenged for my first night in PWX. So I actually have a little bit of feel there too, but I think it's going to be a great match. Will Renee is another young guy that has a lot to learn, and he has a lot. He has a lot to see yet. He has a lot to do, and I think that he has a good future here in HWF as well. But Derek Wayne, man,
He's on another level right now.
yeah, I like Derek Wayne, and I like Will Renee too, and I liked Vance Strader. They're all really good guys, but I just happen to know a little bit more about Derek Wayne than any of those other guys.
All right, then the Riot City Rolls match. Edward James, and I assume that's Sickened, right?
Yes. I'll take
Edward James and Sickened. First of all, tell me, Sam, what Riot City Rolls are.
Riot City Rules are anything goes. So the thing that the fans don't know yet, which I'm sorry, Matt, but this is going to be the first official hardcore match at HWF.
Ooh,
Nice.
There's a huge bag of tricks that have already been bought, from what I understand. So
yeah, it's going to be the first
people
one.
that are watching who have been to NCW have seen hardcore matches from our guys before. The guys, if there's anybody from PWX watching, have seen our guys in hardcore matches up there before. Yes, Mosh, we're going to talk about your Legos. Anyway,
Wasn't the Legos?
Thanks, Mosh.
It was the thumbtacks that Edward James likes to bring.
Okay, listen, you got hit by. I'm a lonely photographer, and I got hit by the frying pan. Okay, it went
I'm so
across
haunted by
the
the kendo stick.
Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be the first hardcore match that HWF has seen within its building, and we're sounding like we're going to have a good show with that.
Extreme Super Edward James in his element.
Yep.
Since I've known Edward James, he's been an extreme hardcore guy. Some guys said he can't wrestle because all he does is hit each other with shit. Now, I'll go on record and I'll say it. Seven Mountains and CCW does hardcore better than we will ever do it. I will never try to compete with them on that level ever. But I will say this. Edward James is known in Lewistown as being the silent but violent extreme superstar. And I do believe he's got Sicken's number. And not only is it just a hardcore match, it's for the Kayfabe Junkies Championship, a title that was debuted in HWF at Summerfest our first time. So there's a lot of history in this match. The hardcore elements being added into it. And then you got Edward James. You got Sicken, the guy that defeated me for the heavyweight championship. It's crazy. I'm ready for some hardcore stuff, but I'm also ready for it to be done before it starts.
Yeah, I'm not excited for the cleanup part.
yeah, they got a screw loose, man.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with those guys.
Yeah. I would say.
The tacks and the barbed wire, and oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, Mosh likes the Legos, so I mean, there's that too.
You like Legos?
Yeah, so Edward James and I ended up having the hardcore match in PWX, and I know what Edward James can do up his sleeve. I've also faced off with Sicken in a singles match, so I know they both can, how well both of them can wrestle. I've also faced off with Edward James just in a tag matches with Andrew Lovelace up there, man. But I don't know, when Edward James is in his environment, it can get very, very tricky.
I didn't think about it much. Both Sicken and Edward James defeated me in a first time singles match for a title.
Yep.
So that's something else.
Hey, do you know what that says to you, though, right?
I suck.
I think you need to keep up.
I think I'm not going to say that. We have little ears listening.
We got the HWF Extreme Title Match. Sledge Gibson and Robbie Page.
Loveless, take it away.
Man, this is another one that could possibly steal the show. Like, it's impossible to pick one over the other. Like, Sledge is so gifted. And Robbie Page as well. Like it would be so hard to just choose one or the other.
Yeah. Both guys are extremely talented. Robbie Page waves that HWF flag every chance he gets. I have so much respect for him. He's our standing bearer. When there's guys coming into HWF, you want to find out if they can work. You put them with Robbie Page. And if you go back to the WWE, like we were talking about earlier, when guys were coming into a big deal, who they go through? John Cena. So what's that say about Robbie Page? He says he's our John Cena.
He's
He's amazing at what he does.
Does he get booed like John Cena?
He doesn't get booed like John Cena.
No,
Yeah.
Sledge and Robbie are both faces, and
Yeah.
that's going to
Which
be the
is gonna
hard
be
part
hard
of
to
the
do.
match. But they are both extremely good, and like Matt said, Robbie's the one that, if we question anybody's abilities, gets them. So, and I mean, not that we question Sledge, because Sledge has already been in action, and we've seen him in other promotions as well.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, we already talked about Sons of Mifflin County at Big Money Inc. The HWF tag title match, Riot City against Neverfall.
Yeah. Neverfall. Great tag team. Zach Rain, John Roden. I had a great first exchange with Zach Rain. Happens to be my favorite independent pro wrestler. Per shoot. And he happens to work under our umbrella, which is awesome. But Riot City has held these tag titles captive for well over a year. So it makes me feel really good to see them return at a big show like Summerfest. And if you want my opinion, I think the lucky number is 25. Zach Rain, John Roden, your new HWF Tag Team Champions. That's what I'm going with. But do not sleep on Riot City. Ron Holiday, that scumbag. He's my scumbag.
Okay.
But also Logan, man. These guys are great. JC Drake, incredible. It's going to be a great match.
I'm gonna have to root against you on this one. We're gonna be different. You know, I have respect for all four of these guys in the ring. I've seen what all four they can do. I have, squared off with a little bit of Riot City, and we've faced off with Neverfall. But I don't know. I think between Jason Drake and Ron Holiday, I think they got some extra tricks up their sleeve that they're not showing us.
They got more time. They have more time as a tag team, I believe.
Yeah. And I think they train a lot more together, and they get all that reps in. I believe that I can fully see Riot City taking this one.
I just can't see any more chemistry than Roden and the White Rabbit. But then again, no one does me as hard or kick me as hard as Zach Rain, and it's crazier. The more he kicks me and the harder I can hit him back, it's like we become closer friends. I mean, you just heard me saying me and Van Williams had all this heat, and then you heard me say, "Love you, bro." It's a weird business.
I realize that.
Kenny Barner knows the weird business.
Oh, definitely.
There for a while, you had to pick and choose. It was like, I don't want to go to HWF and make Rob mad. And it's like now we're all kind of okay, I think. We were on the same show last weekend, and no one killed each other. So, but it's good. It's refreshing to know that everybody's doing good.
Right.
Riot City has the belts until Kenny and I, the fat bastards, get there.
Yeah.
They cannot handle us, not the fat rolls, baby. I just stick him in. I'll stick his head in. I'll stick his head inside my belly, and that's it. He'll suffocate.
You can say, at the end of your promo, you can say, "And this fat, we rule." Jump on, Kenny.
Hey, if that's the good tag team, can we put Sam as their manager on that one?
No, Brian's too good as a heel.
All right, so Brian's the manager, and then we're putting Sam in that tag team as well.
Yeah.
Now they're really screwed.
But
No.
yeah, Sam, come on, man. We'll do it.
Yeah.
You can
Get
take
that ring work done, Sam.
after we beat the shit out of everybody. You can take pictures of their dead bodies laying there.
Oh my God! And that dead dog that I kicked.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I told you, Matt, last time you were on, I gave you a great idea on how to turn somebody who's good into a heel. I'll come over in my chair, be like I'm a member of the audience, and you just have somebody crack me right in the face. Knock me on my ass. Pick up my chair and throw it.
I'll call dibs on that one.
They'll hate. They'll hate him. Whoever it is, they'll hate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Andrew over there. That's
Or you
Justin, I
super
gotta
kick
stick-
Willie.
Justin, I'll bring the stick.
I'll do
for you to
that
hit him
too.
with.
I will too. I love Willie.
All right, you can do it, Andrew. Just don't be too rough. I'm delicate. I'm an old man. I'm an old man.
I can't say the same thing about me because I like it rough.
Oh
oh
my.
my God, that's not what he said.
What about our main
Oh,
event?
that is what he said.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I don't want him mad at me, but it's the freaky one, James Ford, the HWF World Champion, taking on Shane Malice. And I have nothing against Shane Malice, but that Ford is a freaky looking bastard, man. I wouldn't want to wrestle him.
Andrew Lovelace knows a good bit about Shane Malice. Let's hear it, brother.
Oh man, I think if anybody's going to be the one to take the belt from James Ford, it's going to be Shane.
Really?
Absolutely.
He trained him, I heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You guys,
It's gonna be good.
Shane's in-ring work
you guys
is
see
next level. And if anybody can beat James Ford, it's going to be Shane Malice.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, this guy's being looked at by all the talk executives. You know,
Yep.
we're talking about AEW. He's working for Elite. And there's a bunch of other companies he's working for.
I've
But
known
the thing
Shane
that
for
gets me-
years, and he is an impressive talent.
He's a respectful cat. He understands the business, and he appreciates it on another level than most. And any conversation that I've had with him, he sounds like a determined character, and I can't wait to have him in HWF. I am so pumped about this. Zach Rain and myself, we're just talking about this match. And Zach knows Shane very well. We're in a tag team together, and he knows Ford very well. I do believe, I don't want to give anything away, but Ford and Zach, they know each other pretty well too. I guess they do some side work together. And anybody has the proper analysis of how this match can go by these Zach Rain. Too bad we couldn't have him tonight. But what an impressive match, an impressive card, and overall just amazing talent in a company that really wasn't supposed to ever be, in a company building, in a building that I never thought we would run in. And you know, ever since we talked to you guys, we've done a drug awareness show that was very successful. We had a lot of eyes on WF, the school, and you know, we've been going around making debuts everywhere. So I think wrestling's doing good everywhere, but right now in Lewistown, Summerfest is put the cap, brother. It's going to be good.
Good. We got to get, let's pump that up again. Tell everybody it is Sunday. The kids 10 and under are free. Front rows, you said, is almost gone, right?
Yes, sir.
$20. General's 10. At the door is 12. August 27th. That's Sunday. What time is the doors open?
For front row, it's 4:30, and at 5 o'clock for general admissions, the door will open, and at 6 o'clock, the bell will ring, and we will open our first contest with R.K. Sawyer and Andrew Lovelace. Now, we did have to go through some last-minute changes to our card. None of the matches have changed. just the proper, placement and how they're going to go. But we do know right now, Andrew Douglas is starting off the card with RK Sawyer, and the main event, Honorary Wrestling Federation World Heavyweight Championship, Kings Ford versus Shane Malice. That's going to be the best main event in HWF history. I'm calling it. And I've been part of almost all of them.
Ooh, he's putting himself under.
Well, look who's in the match.
That is true. Very true.
Experience, Rodney.
Well, no, not even just that. It's just those guys work very, very hard and no matter what,
earned everything.
Are always going to give us 110%, no matter what happens.
I'll go over it here. I know you just had that chart up there, Brian. I'm going to run by here, and I'm just going to put a couple guys over before I don't have a chance to. Washington comes from Maryland, and he's fantastic character, man. Really like working with him. Isaiah Frazier, fantastic. I do want to say the highlighted character on this show that I think should really have the most attention on it is Shane Malice, because he's the newest guy coming into the company, and he's in the main event. So to me, that says something. I hold the pencil here. I help create some things. Sam knows that. My wife helps create things. But I don't even think we understand what we created in this event. Now, the tag matches, 2 tag matches on the card, and I'm excited about that. Big Money Inc. incredible. But Mosh and myself, we're going on another level right now. We tattooed our letters on our hands. Because that's, the Sons of Mifflin County is who we really are, who we've always been. And we don't need no big money puns to get over. All we got to do is tell those boys, Ali and Aubrey, keep up, baby.
Wow, dude, getting a tattoo, that's like getting a tattoo of your girlfriend, man. What if you break up? That's a no-no.
See,
you don't get a tattoo of your girlfriend.
Brian, I'll stop you right there. We actually had people ask us that. And our biggest thing that we looked at each other and said, no matter what, him and I have 23 years together as friendship, if not longer. And no matter
around
what,
wrestling.
Outside the ring, everywhere. No matter what, we are family to each other. This is something for him and I that we've dreamed about for years. Ever since we were kids, that we were like, hey, not only did we want to be part of the business, we wanted to do it together.
And it wasn't planned. Like I said, all of these things, like our name, and some of the biggest moments that we've had in the last 3 years, they weren't sat in a room and all drawn down. This stuff came up. You know what I mean? And something like that, if you and I tag team, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Nope.
I turned to you, my tag partner, and here we are. Like you said, 20-some years, man. Like, most bands don't last that long. And, we're talking on another level here. This guy's gotten me my job. I've been in a year at Ames now because of Mod. He gives me a ride to work every day. We are a legitimate tag team. We are brothers. The only thing that separates us is our blood. But at Summerfest, I think our blood's going to unite whenever we do whatever it takes. If it is bleeding and sweating, best believe we're going to do it.
So, Mosh, you're a Mifflin County boy.
Oh, yeah. Born, raised, bred, everything right here. Grew up actually right up in the Highland Park area by the high school, the Indian Valley High School, and the hospital there. I've lived here forever. I don't know nothing else but here.
Did you play any sports?
I actually did not. Actually, the most I did was actually went to his house and we did the backyard thing. We backyarded together as kids. I was did a lot of the youth group stuff with my church that I lived across the street from and everything, stuff like that. So,
Andrew, you a Mifflin County boy?
I am now.
Where were you from originally?
I'm
100 miles away. I got my start out around Toledo, and then some things happened. I fell out of the business for a little bit, and then I got in with All or Nothing Wrestling, networked with these guys, and now I drive the 100 miles one way every week.
Yep. And our first student at Mifflin County Wrestling Academy to completely pay all of his dues down to be a wrestler. Now, I don't mean setting rings up. That's always going to be expected.
Forever.
But the one part of the business is paying to learn your trade, your craft.
Yep.
And I have a lot of respect for Loveless. I have a lot of respect for Moss as well. These guys have adapted their lifestyle to the wrestling business. I don't know if it's quite as extreme as mine, but it's really close. And I don't know two other people that have that much respect for the business besides these two guys, and that's why they're on here right now.
Well, I don't mean to be arrogant, but Kenny and I don't need school.
Okay.
We're the teachers. We're the teachers.
Man.
You got it, Brian.
And then once we have Sam on our side, nobody's stopping us.
Watch out.
We're gonna destroy people, and he's gonna take pictures of it.
Sure. Now I'm gonna show up to the match, and I'm gonna get the shit kicked out.
And they're gonna kick your ass.
Thank you.
Day one, we test him out against James Ford. Is that what I'm hearing?
Hey,
No.
Kenny,
What's that?
Kenny, weren't you talking trash about Loveless before we got on?
Oh, I don't talk trash about no one. I learned my lesson a long time ago.
They want to keep saying that they're scared of James Ford. But what
Don't
they really
we see
need
him? Don't we see Kenny Varner on the 6th of September?
Oh yeah, I guess you do.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? Maybe we'll take it out on him on the field
See,
when we
Matt,
beat the Burn Bulldogs.
He was talking trash.
Yeah, a little bit for this one.
See, Matt, I really think what they are both forgetting is they're so scared of James Ford and everything. But I know a good Russian claymore that will knock any man off their feet.
That sounds good. I'll
no
do
matter
it.
What
Talking
happens.
from experience, yes.
Here's the thing, RD. I just want to make Ford feel comfortable and overconfident. I'll smash him. I'll hit him so hard his makeup flies off.
That chop will go up his chest.
That's right.
I'm brave,
Oh
but
my
I'm not
God.
stupid enough to make that comment.
Your title's almost over, buddy.
He's
The wheelchair's coming.
We put over Summerfest and got that all excited. We actually have a match coming up here soon. RD Mosh and myself are going to be tagging up in West Virginia, September 9th, in Falling Waters. And it's going to be Violent Love with Andrew Loveless and Edward James. They're going to defend their Amplified Tag Team Championship versus
Oh,
the Suns.
you got a title, man. Cool.
He does. He
Nice.
does. And whenever you work as hard as these guys do, those kind of opportunities are afforded to you. They really are. And I don't know if we've wrestled anybody else that has given us a match like these guys. And I credit all of that to our school. All of it.
Yep.
All the experience, 100%.
Okay, I'm going to promote this.
Excited for the pizza. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
I'm going to promote this for this. He obviously, you know him, Shane Sanchez.
Yeah.
He wants me to promote his podcast, Three Beards of Wrestling podcast.
Yeah, Mr. Pink. No, I haven't been on his yet.
So go check it out.
Yeah, check them out. The Three Beards podcast. They just had Jason Havoc not long ago, Marty Skrull not long ago. Great. Listen, when I was coming up in the business, when I was training, there was this kid always at the ring, watching every move he made. That's Shane. And then here you go to any show at CCW, and you can see this guy, man. Impressive isn't the word. The way he can move around the ring and his size. And I've known him all this time, 12, 13 years. I'm really proud of Shane. I'm happy he's watching tonight. God bless you, brother.
Awesome. I heard your wife. Trista, I was only kidding.
Yeah.
Don't be angry. Don't be angry. I was only kidding. So,
Hey, they said it all. I didn't say it. Don't put this on me, please.
Sardi Mosh,
I've been through
man.
this enough.
He's got a tat that says, "Get me a sandwich."
Yeah. Yeah, he does. Across his face with my white handprint there.
So everybody,
That's
wow.
a new one. I might need that legitly with a picture of a sandwich.
Yeah.
That's
You know, we had some fun here. Our shows are an hour and we've gone an hour and a half and it flew by.
It did.
It did.
You really did. I just looked at that. I was like, holy crap.
Thank you guys so much.
I had a lot of fun. But everybody, Sunday, it is Summerfest. Women, put down your sandwiches. Get there.
Jeez.
Get there as quick as you can.
Yeah.
And there's still still not many, but still front row, right?
There's 2 front rows.
That's
But we
it.
still got a bunch of general admission left. We plan on selling them all out, packing that Lewistown Community Center. But the only way that we can do that is by these amazing podcasts. People like you, Brian Carson and Kenny Varner, giving us the opportunity to get on here and do what we do. And I know you guys actually cover amateur wrestling as well.
Yeah, I've been covering high school and college wrestling for 31 years.
That's
Nice.
incredible.
I love wrestling. Love it.
And the fact that you are kind of stepping down to our level in pro wrestling. It's
No. It's hey, look that stuff about the fake shit. Go in there and get hit.
Yeah.
Go in there and get. You look at all the athletes and all the wrestlers that had to have their necks fused and all this other shit. It's real. I mean, yes,
Right.
you guys got things where you try to work it out and be good at what you do and not hurt each other, but you're getting hurt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Years and years of doing that. Yeah, years and years of doing that. No, it's real. It's real. You get hurt. It's not for a pussy to go out and go,
No.
I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
No,
there's a lot of guys that say one thing and do completely another. Me being away as long as I did, I spit on the business when I left. And while I was away, when I came back, you would think, oh, man, he's not going to hurt nearly as bad. No, it was all still there. But, the way you work out stuff, this is not for a pussy, like you said. It's for athletes, man. It's for guys that are driven and passionate about what they do. And
how can you not respect you guys who put your neck out on the line every time you go out in that ring, never knowing, you're doing it all for the fans, and you throw your bodies out there, and you never know what could happen, and you entertain the audience. You got to be really commended for the job that you all do.
Kenny, don't be talking like that. We're the fat bastards. We respect nobody.
Kayfabe, brother.
Stop it, man. Stop that respect crap.
Kenny, you go on to what you just said there, where we do this for the fans and everything else, but in the same sense, we do this for ourselves.
We do.
There's.
Oh yeah, I don't think you'd put your body through this if you didn't love it.
Right.
Not for $50.
And that's
Me, I do it to my brother.
Yeah.
Your brother?
Yep.
Why is that?
Honestly, one thing we can't teach people is like you have to be able to want to do this and want and have that passion and the love for this business to be able to go out there and do what we do. This isn't a ballet. This is not something that anybody off the street can do. You got to have the love to be able to put your body through that car crash every time you step in that ring.
Yeah.
The guy
Tell them about your brother, bro.
Okay, so me and my brother, we started out. We trained in Ohio, not the Toledo area, and he ended up taking his own life. And that October 16th will be 2 years. The date. So he's after he passed. That's what motivated me to get back in this. like I had to honor him the right way possible. So every time I go and wrestle, I put the initials on my tape and I go out there so he's there in spirit with me.
That's cool.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, hey, we love it. We have fun when you come on, Matt. I'm glad you brought everybody else on. It was a great night. Everybody, go out and see it. They work hard. They entertain. Go out there Sunday. It's as Matt says, the best card they've had. Summerfest.
Mm-hmm.
Ford and Malice main event.
The biggest card we've had too.
Yeah.
Ford and Malice biggest heavyweight championship match. Matt says ever, and the Fat Bastards may make their debut with our manager Sam Bumgardner.
It's also the most produced ever. Also, there is a complete draft. There's a lot of companies that fly by the seat of their pants, and that's not a bad thing. Some indies are better going that way. But to me, like I said earlier, I like when things happen organically, but at the same time, when you're running a production, you want it to go as smoothly as possible. And I think HWF has one of the smoothest running shows in the state of Pennsylvania. And I say that with a lot of confidence. I was trained under one of the greatest trainers in PA, and I learned what to do, what not to do. And I credit all that to, just working really hard to give a really good show. And this Summerfest show will be the most produced ever. This is the biggest amount of production on the floor. I think we're at 4 or 5 photographers. The amount of production going on this show is incredible. And, and I also credit to all the people that are helping, rolling them cables up. Selling merchandise, selling the food, helping set up the ring, tearing it down. Without those people, and like Bumgardner here, he's helped HWF immensely. Out of his pocket, out of his own mind, and a lot of car rides together. And, I credit that to really just getting into this mindset of you can make amazing things from nothing. And that's what I love about pro wrestling. And on Sunday, I do believe we're going to put together our best production yet.
Awesome. Awesome. Guys, I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Matt, you guys are welcome back whenever you want. Just let us know.
Thank you.
Always a good time.
Definitely.
Thank you,
Definitely
guys. Honestly, if you ever reach out, if you want us to come back, we're more than happy to come back on.
No problem. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, especially we'll find out how Summerfest went, and everybody get out there that's listening to this tonight and in a couple of days. A lot of people listen to it not live; they listen to the recording. So,
right.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Sam.
Guys.
Thank you, RD. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
No, thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And good luck and have fun on Sunday. Try to have
God bless
fun.
you, Brian. God bless you, Kenny. Love you, boys.
See you guys. Thank you. All right. That was Andrew Lovelace, RD Mosh, Sam Bumgardner, and Matt TRK Silks. That's going to about wrap us up. Boy, Kenny, we went over an hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's been our longest, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's a record. We appreciate everybody, too. We had a lot of people commenting and staying with us, and we appreciate it. And once again, I was joking about the women, so don't send me if you find my email or something and bombard me. I was joking. Any final words, Kenny?
I got to say, this is one of the funnest. It's funnest word. One of the most fun podcasts I've been a part of. I just loved listening to you guys going, and each week I'm just enjoying the ride. And this was another one of those. I'm actually going to be at the wrestling match on Sunday, so I'm anxious now more than ever to go and see it.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't watch modern wrestling like the stuff now. I admit that, the AEW and the WWE, but I was a fan of old time, man, the territory days.
Well, they have a lot of similarities.
I watched it up until I got to be honest. I watched it up until the '90s. The Attitude Era kind of turned me off with all the sexual innuendo and shit.
And the extreme.
Yeah, that's when I stopped watching. But I still I like to go back and these guys are a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with Matt and them, and it was nice to meet Andrew and RD and everybody. So pretty cool.
Yep, definitely.
Now you got Mifflin County football tomorrow night.
Yep, football starts and we go straight through pretty much till Thanksgiving from there.
Try to stay dry.
Oh,
It's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Great.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thanks for staying on later. We may, we talked about this. We may start making this a 2-hour thing. Because we always go over anyway. All right. But, you know, I had fun doing that stuff. I like pretending to be a heel.
You do it well.
Thank you. But that's going to wrap it up for tonight. For Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Night, everybody.